This is the Namo Buddha hill near Kathmandu, Nepal, which holds a very deep significance for Buddhists from all over the world. In this video, Lama Karma Purbhu, the vice chairman of this monastery, shares the story of Buddha's past life as Prince Mahasattva, who attained the perfection of giving on this very hilltop. He explains in this video what perfection of giving actually means and what led his teacher Thrangur Rinpoche to construct a monastery and Buddhist center here on this Namo Buddha hill.
Some practitioner, they want to make generosity. They want to, they want to give their body to the others. So for example, mosquito. So some practitioner, mosquito just welcome and sit on their body and just suck the blood and just give it. It means how I can manage, how I can apply my meditation, to facing the problem. So some people practice in that way also. In Tibet, Patrul Rinpoche just every day sit on the rock and many bees or many sort of flies, I don't know, maybe which is suck the blood and everything, and his body gone, like damage, but he gave the blood or the flesh in that way. He sacrificed his body. So in that way, this is the one thing, because if we have an ego, if we have a self-centered attitude, then we feel pain, then we have a trouble. But if we do not, if we have a less of ego or the self-centered attitude, and how much we are able to reduce on it, so that much we don't have a problem and trouble, even if we give our body to the mosquitoes or the flies and whatever, so no problem. So that time, so that kind of practitioner, there's many methods, but I think they may remain on the mindfulness of feeling. What kind of feel it gives, what kind of sensation it gives. So they remain, on the state of that sensation on the feeling.
This actually leads us very well into the story of Namo Buddha only, because when I read about it, the very brief summary that I read was that in the past birth, Buddha came here as a prince, and there was a starving tiger with her tigress, and he, out of compassion, gave his blood, and the tigress ate him. I was shocked. I'm like, how is this a good story? This is horrible. At least that was my initial reaction, and then they had written that it showed the great compassion. But can you tell a little bit about this story? And just again, I think that ties so well to this, because the way that Rinpoche is giving his flesh to bees, this Buddha prince just gave his whole body.
So I think if we don't have, if we have a nil of ego, if we have a nil of self-centered attitude, instead of self-centered attitude, we have only thought for the other beings. So I think we definitely can do. This is what I think. Yeah. So, and that also can do through the, energy of love and compassion only. Without this thing, we can't do it. We can get the example. See, in negative way, okay? Like between the partner, when something is going wrongly, so do suicide by themselves. It's not a big matter for them, isn't it? Just thought it, do it. they don't have some sort of like a cherish. They don't have some sort of, like I have to protect it, something they do it. But this is a negative way. I think similarly, that kind of mind, they did it through the anger or through the desire
I
attachment.
understand.
But if we really transform that mind into the true love and compassion, so
You do it
something is like that, we can do it for others.
for others.
Because they suicide, someone will suicide for other, because of not good dialogue or something.
Which of course they are doing, because in the wars and all, the soldier is dying for us.
Yeah, something is,
Similarly.
for the nationality, national,
Yeah.
something. See, in that way, but really we have transformed our mind. Why we cannot do it? We can do it. But now, sometimes we feel shocked because we compare with our mind. We compare with my practice. We compare with my ability. So, which is not similar. But I think when that kind of mind, when that kind of, capacity, when we make, greater and greater, I think it is not impossible. I think it is possible. So similarly, even they see the mother. So mother has a true affection to the children. So if the children is going to die because of the kidney or because of the lung, whatever, mother will definitely, without hesitation, without any doubt, she will say maybe, okay, save my children, I'm ready to die.
Yes.
No problem, isn't it? See, that's the mental energy. And that is also the part of the love, but that kind of love is only my territory, only my area.
It is territory.
So anyway, that love, we can increase it. Then we can do according to the situations and conditions to everyone. So if we have that kind of method and wisdom and capacity, so I think we can do it. So regarding to this place, Namo Buddha, and there is a story which is quoted by the Buddha, Tagmo Shibido. Tagmo Shibido means that sutra called tigress.
Oh.
Okay. So, sutra called tigress is quoted by Buddha Sakyamuni after his enlightenment.
Okay.
So, in that sutra, what he mentioned is 1,000 years back, he was continuing on the process of cultivating love and compassion, and he's practicing on the path of the Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva means physically, mentally, verbally, I sacrifice to other beings. It means like taking the oath. What I'm doing is only for others. It's like an oath, something is like an oath. Taking the oath, it's something like that. So, when to attain the Buddha, according to the Buddhist point of view, we should practice on the 6 paramita. 6 paramita, or in Sanskrit, Sat paramita. Sat paramita. Par means,
over.
Parchin means go beyond.
Beyond, yes.
Okay, go beyond. So what we think, what we see, so this is only this layer,
yes,
but go beyond through the understanding. That's the paramita. So then to attain the Buddha, we have to practice on the 6 paramita, and among the 6 paramita, first paramita is the dana paramita. Dana paramita is the perfection of giving.
Oh.
Okay. So perfection of the giving. Second is the perfection of the moral ethic or the discipline, and the third one is perfection of the tolerance, and the fourth one is perfection of the diligence, and the fifth one is the perfection of the meditation or the samadhi, and because of these 5 things, this is the method, and because of this method, then we can arise the perfection of the wisdom, which we can say in Sanskrit pragya paramita. Pragya. Pragya is the light of the mind. Okay. Light of the mind, realization of the mind, what we realized. So that's the Pragya Paramita. So how we can bring Paramita, go beyond. So, but if we have expectations, give something and get something, that kind of expectation is not a Paramita. So Paramita means we have to deal with love and compassion without any expectations, and there's no any grasping. And there's no any expectation, no any grasping, no any attachment. Just do it for others. Just do it for others. So if we have that kind of understanding, then we can develop the Dana Paramita, or the perfection of the giving. So this is the starting point of the, to attain the Buddha. So Buddha Sakyamuni, in his previous life, 1,000 years back, so he was born as a prince. So it is near like in Panauti somewhere.
Yeah.
So then one day, with the king and queen, and minister and everybody, they came in this area, in this spot, for like a picnic, or just for go for like a walk or picnic. They came in this area, and the king and queen, the king name is the Maharat, and they have got 3 princes. So great sound, Mahadeva, great sound, Dachembo. Lachembo means Mahadeva, and Nyingdo Chembo means and the great heart. So great heart, or the Nyingdo Chembo, was the youngest prince in their family. So they came in this area, and while all the their parents and ministers and all the attendants, when they were resting in the middle of the jungle, so the 3 brothers went inside the jungle, just for a roaming, just for a walking. So at that point, when they're walking inside the jungle, so they saw the tigress having 5 cubs. So the tigress is nearly going to die because of the hunger, because of not getting the flesh. And because of that reason, tigress not able to feed the cubs, and cubs also going to die. So then the youngest brother asks, what is going on here? So the elder brothers replied, so tigress and the cubs are going to die because not to have, flesh. Then youngest brother asks again, who can give them flesh in this situation? So the 2 younger brothers replied again, nobody can feed flesh in this world to them. Then the youngest brother, Mahasattva is a great mind, great heart, circulated lots of thoughts in his mind, because he was practicing on the path of the, perfection of the generosity. So that kind of imprint, that kind of tendency, which is already restored in their mind, what we just save in our chips, or the memory card, or the software, what we save it, and we display another computer, it all appears. But we need some condition to appease it.
Yes.
Something, it happens to Mahasattva, because of the tigress, everything reflect in his mind, and try to circulate in his mind, because from the beginningless, my life sometimes waste without any reason. Sometimes in the flood, sometimes in the water, sometimes in the landslide, sometimes in the fire. So, in that, sometimes because of the sickness, illness, I waste my body. I have a death in that situation, gone many lifetimes. But today, if I sacrifice my body to this tigress, then my body can cultivate meaningful life because I able to save or the rescue cubs, 5 cubs and tigress. He thought in that way. Then they returned. Then on the halfway again, he said, okay, 2 brothers, you just wait here. I'm going to see again. And he went back again. And what he did, and broke the one piece of branch, and he just cut it his hand and just take out the blood and give it to the tigress, and tigress suck it, and slowly she got the strength, and after that she ate all his body, all his body. But now it comes that for now in our body, when somebody pierces the needle, we cannot bear because we have an ego, because we have a self-centered attitude, and because we are not applying on the path of love and compassion, life to lifetime. Because our mental energy is so strong, so strong. So if there's no that kind of grasping, self-centered attitude and ego, so I think it is something like when we cut our body, when we have to do the operations, then doctor gives the injections.
Yes.
Then our flesh becomes numb.
Yeah.
Then we can't pain.
Anesthesia.
When they cut it, pieces and pieces, we don't have any pain. I think when I analyze, something will be like that. But now we have a pain because we have a strong ego, connected to our body, my body. What will be happen?
Yeah.
So we create something mentally, we create in that way, then we feel pain. But when it becomes numb, no pain. Similarly, through the energy of love and compassion, the pain becomes numb. Then he sacrifices his body to tigers. So the 2 brothers waited and waited. He did not come. Then when they went to see, there's only the trace of the blood and nothing, and some bones, and they just convey the message to their family. So everybody shocked, and they came. Then they cried. The mothers fainted. So then everything is they have lots of problem in their family. But what happens, actually the mother's dream, it was happening in the mother's dream. 3 pigeons, the 1 pigeon is taken away by the eagle.
Oh.
So she has that kind of dream anyhow, because I think maybe in Vajrayana Buddhism, or maybe all Buddhism, I'm not sure. But in the Vajrayana Buddhism, pigeons refer as a, life force.
Or life force.
Life force, something.
Okay.
And the pigeons represents as a life force, and it means taken one, eagle means the one of the child, one of the son is, taken away.
An eagle is good, no? It's positive. Is an eagle is supposed to be a good?
I don't know
symbolic.
How it's good or bad, I'm not sure. But anyway, the pigeons refer as a, soak means so life force, and taken away means life force is gone away. The one of the son, isn't it? So, and then they collected all the bones and everything, and down of this hill there's one stupa now. So Namo Buddha stupa.
They put it.
And they put it there, all the like astudhatu or the relics, and so in the story it says and then after many years, then some greater realized people just build this stupa to protect that relics. So this is the how the story it goes in that way. So, and this is the place where Buddha Sakyamuni's previous life completed perfection of generosity, or the Dana Paramita. So similarly, then the Shila Paramita, Briya Paramita, Chandi Paramita, Dhyana Paramita, Pragya Paramita, then after his many lives, then he born in Lumbini. He born in Lumbini as a prince again.
Yes.
You know, so because why he choose as a prince? Because if somebody want to do in proper way, he or she should have some sort of power. You know, even somebody does in negative way, he or she should have a power, but only depends on the mind. So that's why Buddha Shakyamuni, most of his life, choose as a prince, and Lumbini also he born as a prince. Then he trained, he educated, he learned about the politics, everything, and he has a brilliant mind, because the life to lifetime he was practicing on the way of that path. Even since childhood he doesn't want to kill the animals, and his brother's uncle's son Devdatta, very interested to kill.
Yes.
And the one is the killing and one is the saving the life of others. Even Devdatta shoot the one bird and it dropped down, and the Buddha Shakyamuni, so Siddhartha and took away and did a treatment, and the Devdatta was claiming it belongs to me because I shoot it. So Siddhartha replied, if it is already death, it belongs to you, but it is now alive. This is the responsibility. It's my duty to save its life. Then treatment and save it. And they have a lots of quarrel, and just put in the middle. Okay, this bird, if go in front of you, it belongs to you, but it comes in front of me, then it belongs to me. They have that kind of meeting with him within the minister. So when the bird keep in front, so who loves, it comes towards.
Yes.
So the bird came towards the Shakyamuni. So then Buddha Shakyamuni won that debate actually. So he was continuing doing that kind of activities. But there's many process, but anyway, then at the age 29, then actually he got married. So he married Yashodhara. Then the Yashodhara gave a birth, Rahula. So at the age of 29, then he left all the kids. He decided, because there's a prediction, which is the Rishi, ascetic, given when he was child. So
yes, if he sees a sick person, a dead person, and
then the Rishi give the prediction that if he left, he will be the Buddha in future. But if he remain in the kingdom, he will be the worldly emperor.
Like a Chakravarti.
Yeah, Chakravarti. He will be the Chakravarti. So, and the king was in trouble. If it happened, then who will continue my generations? So that's why he did not see sick persons, dead person, everything. But one day he went to, now he is like he's growing, and so then he gave chance to go out. Then one day he saw like a old person, one day the sick person, one day the dead person, then the one day he saw someone's like a monk, in that way. Then he asks his rider. Then the rider replied, "Okay, everybody will be like this."
Yes. He had not seen it until that point.
Everybody will be like this.
And
then the lots of things circulate in his mind. Why people have a birth? Why people have aging? Why people have a sickness? Why people have why all the animals, all the sentient beings going to have a death? What's the cause of death? What's the source of the death? And what's the result? How we can overcome? So then it circulates in his mind, because that's also it becomes because the practice, because So what I think is the first in his life, the first teacher was maybe that writer. This is what I think. So this is what I think. So then he decided one day, I'm going to, leave this kingdom and family, everything. Then he went, Then he went to Bodh Gaya. Then he relied on many teachers. Sankhya Darshan teachers, Hindu teachers, and many teachers. He relied on them, but he never satisfied
Yes.
with it. Then finally, because what kind of questions arise in his mind when he asks the questions, nobody can give the answer. Because then one day he decided by himself, okay, I'll do myself. Then after that he meditated 6 years. Then
he was very harsh, no, in his sadhana. That time when he went on his own, I think he was very harsh.
Yeah.
Too much he did, like.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Then he did not have food also and water also. He just lots of pressure, putting lots of pressure and the trouble in his body.
Yes.
Going to just walk around and to have some water.
Yes.
Then he was so weak, so he just fainted. Then that time maybe the Sujata, they came and offered a food like a kheer. Kheer it is cooked with milk and rice.
Yes, sweet.
Milk and rice, mix it.
Yeah.
And she offered to the Sakyamuni. Then after that, strength or the energy, grow in. So, and what he felt is more understanding and more clarity. So, in that point, what he understood means every nature, everything is interconnected with each other. So we are relying on the food. And food is relying to us, which gives energy something. So he just able to know the phenomena or the philosophy of interconnection. Everything's interconnection in that way. Then after that, he tried to eat. Okay. Then after that, he tried to eat. Then glow his face, glow his body, the strength came out, energy came out, more understanding. Then at the end, on the full moon day, Vesak full moon day, he attended the Buddha early in the morning in the dawn period. So then after that, after he enlightened, for 49 days, there's no any teaching. He because he thought nobody can understand it. If I try to share also, people will call maybe crazy or something. So if I try to share, it's a waste of time. So for the 7 weeks, he did not give any teachings, but then the Brahman and Indra knew about it. He was Buddha. He's already Buddha. Then they requested. Okay. They requested to the Buddha, okay, what you learn, what you understood, what you gain, please share us. So then after 49 days, then the Buddha gave teaching in the Saranath about the Four Noble Truths. So he started from the Four Noble Truths. So Four Noble Truths, the number one is truth of suffering. Because Buddha started from the suffering. Because in this universe, everybody don't want suffering, but we are suffering. And Buddha just share the truth of suffering. Then the Buddha said, we have to know the suffering. We cannot remove the suffering, but we have to know the suffering. Then the suffering cannot come without any cause. Suffering cannot come without any seed. So there must be cause and condition. So